And we're back. Drexel Podcast. Fax it in. That's what we're calling it. Fax it in.
Fax it in.
Fax it in.
All fax, no printer.
F-A-C-T-S.
All fax, no printer.
You ever fax a grilled cheese sandwich?
No, but I'd like to. That sounds pretty good. You guys are goofy.
Thank you.
So we have Connor Kissinger here, current quarterback, former marketing extraordinaire. This is your second, third Expo, fourth Expo?
This will be my third Expo. Yep. I had the privilege of working with Megan Gassner on the last one, and then I did one 4 years ago now. Yeah, it's a good time.
That's awesome. What is it like putting together an Expo?
6 to 8 months worth of back-end work and lining everything up and scheduling all for a good 48 hours. It's a lot, but it comes together well, and our vendors do a good job putting it on for us and helping us, so it's a lot of fun.
So how much easier is it being a quarterback here as opposed to being the marketing guy here today?
I loved my marketing gig. I learned a lot from Joel, from Todd, from Andy, from all those guys, but I like being on offense for the company. It's fun to work with builders hand in hand and really take care of them on a day-to-day basis and understand what they're going through, and I've learned a ton. All right, I'm very kind of a young guy in the industry, so I would say it's tough at being the young guy walking on the job site, but it also is it's a good challenge and a good way to get your feet wet in the industry. It's been a lot of fun.
So I was at Dale Carnegie graduation last week with Sam Lemler.
Yep.
Who's about your age, probably,
yep.
Right?
Great guy.
And he looks like he's 12. And he said, walking on a job site, just because of the way he looks and how young he is, there's immediate disrespect sometimes, and he has to prove himself. Do you find the same thing at times?
I do, yes, and I've obviously sat in a lot of conversations, a lot of meetings where that has been in question, my product knowledge, ability, and my stuff. But in this day and age right now, it's not really about product knowledge. It's how quickly you can communicate answers, expedite things, and that's what I feel like I'm finding that guys need more and more. It's just organization on their behalf.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's not about knowing how to build a house and where everything goes specifically or what fasteners to use. It's being proactive and staying ahead of what they need next week. Is that you're finding that's true?
Siding, roofing's roofing, but when do you need it by? When are you going to be starting? When do you got your subs lined up to do it?
What are you doing in 2 weeks?
Yes, and that's the type of stuff that I think really drives Drexel and the people that we are is we're over communicators, right? Do we screw up on some things or miss some things here and there? Absolutely, but at the end of the day, I just always tell the people I work with I'd run through a brick wall for you, and at the end of the day, if they know that and they feel that and they I communicate that, we usually come out ahead.
So Connor, I used to coach a lot of youth softball, girls softball, right? Connor umps.
I do.
Games. Worst experience umping ever that you had with a parent or a coach or a kid? Like, tell me a story about the one time you were like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Well, I don't know if it's ever got to that point, but we were playing. There was Campbellsport was playing like St. Mary Springs or something, and one of the Springs parents was yelling at me, and he was doing the whole hand motion of like throwing it away at me, and I was doing the bases. And I just kept looking at him and doing it right back to him, just throwing my, and I don't know. Some people get rattled by that. It doesn't really rattle my cage. So, and they're paying like $60 a game nowadays, Andrew.
You have to, because nobody wants to do it anymore.
$45 an hour, right? It's good side cash and good golf money.
And I think you could do it drunk, because I think you did that for me one time.
Well, in the morning, yeah, it wears off by 10 a.m.
Whose wedding was that? Kate Walsh's?
Coy Walsh. Yeah, and I had to umpire the next day. Not a good situation, but I only messed up one fly ball for you.
There was more, but you don't remember because you were drunk. But either way.
Infield fly rule, everybody. It applies to 7th and 8th grade girls softball, just so you know.
So the one rule of thumb we have here today is that if you are on the pod, you have to bring somebody on the pod. Okay. So you have to find the next person to be on the list here. So.
I can do such.
We would love to talk to builders. If you got builders, bring them on. Tell them we just want to chat and learn about what they think about Drexel. Fax.
All fax, no printer.
Fax it in.
All right, cool.
Connor,
I'll grab some.
Connor Kissinger, people. Thank you.